initial volley of fire, Mr. Campos received his wounds in close proximity to 2205. He attempted to relay that information via his radio, and it was confirmed because he also relayed that information via his cell phone.
Missing. No one
So
knows where he
the
at.
timeline associated to both of those sources
He's supposed to be
have
doing some
been
interviews
verified.
on Sean Hannity. Are you going to talk about that?
2205, the number that was provided
He
earlier,
sounds nervous.
referenced the majority of fire upon our community. We still stand by that time, and that was done by the combination of different sources that I listed for you earlier. 2217, 12 minutes. That is when our officers first arrived on the 32nd floor. 12 minutes. You're very well aware the suspect fired at approximately 10 minutes. Upon our arrival on the 32nd floor, the firing had ceased. We did not believe we had continually had an active shooter. At that point, we conducted evacuations of the rooms adjacent to the suspect's room, and you know the rest.
Where's the videotape?
So there is no conspiracy between the FBI, between LVMPD, and the MGM. Nobody is attempting to hide anything.
Where's the audio videotape?
Investigation. The dynamics and the size of this investigation requires us to go through voluminous amounts of information in order to draw an accurate picture. My intent, like I stated earlier, is to give you information as I know it, unverified, to calm the public, not to establish a legal case. Everybody understand that?
Motherfucker.
No question, sir. Now we're going to get into future investigation.
He should have added that in there.
I don't want to put a percentage of responsibility associated with this investigation because it would not make sense. But I'm here to tell you we are standing hand in hand with the FBI in the continuance of this investigation.
Hand in your back
in the
pocket.
beginning throes of it and in the continuance of it. Our portion at LVMPD has become contracted.
Bet they don't talk about the missing
My
security
concern was the
guard,
initial safety of the community.
CAMPOS,
Whether we had any
who
other
was
bad
not
actors out
registered
there
in
that we had to
Las
address.
Vegas, Nevada, as
And
a
I feel
security
confident
guard,
there are no other
and has no
individuals
information logged into the computers in
intending to
Mandalay
cause
Bay.
harm to our
Now
community
the suspect's
associated
missing.
with the 1 October event.
Most have been doing interviews
Now it's
on
become
Sean Hannity
protracted,
show
and that's where the FBI has their
on
expertise.
that channel.
We are establishing the
Last night, now he's
timeline
missing.
of the suspect's life, his motivation,
Still a
and
bunch of
everybody
bogus
else associated with him
info.
throughout time.
George
It
Soros
requires
and the
us to
owner
rely on the
MGM
FBI's resources for
bought
that
stock
success.
and dumped their stock
Nobody's
a day
acquiescing
before the
in
shit
my
happened.
department to this. I am not acquiescing,
Buy low, sell
and
high.
nor is the FBI coming in with a hammer and attempting to take over. This will continue to be a joint operation. With that being said, I want to give the opportunity for Aaron Rouse to provide some statements.
They ain't talking about the security guard.
Thank you, Sheriff. I am Aaron Rouse. I'm the Special Agent in charge for the FBI in Las Vegas. In support of our partner, from the beginning, we established a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week command post with agents, analysts, task. Hundreds of interviews have been conducted so far. Close to 2,000 leads have been covered so far.
Where's the security
Extensive
guard?
review of digital media on a multitude of devices is ongoing. Over 1,000 pieces of evidence have been collected and are being reviewed by the FBI laboratory.
Surveillance cameras.
Hours and hours of video footage from hotels continues to be reviewed.
They don't take this one.
FBI victim specialists from across the country are here assisting victims and families of the victims. More than 1,800 victim questionnaires have been completed, and the return of personal property continues. We continue We continue to ask you,
Clear your throat,
if
put
you
it
have
live.
factual information in furtherance of this investigation, please call us. If you know something, say
Done
something.
acoustic testing.
The number is
I don't want that.
1-800-CALL-FBI.
Proves multiple shooters.
The FBI, nor our partner, we don't rush to conclusions. We
Take
ask for
your
your
sweet time.
patience and will not comment on specifics of this investigation while it's in process. This is in keeping with a long-standing FBI tradition.
Whatever. Where is the
As I
security
said from the
guard?
beginning, this is our city.
Joseph Campos is now
It is your city.
missing.
Las Vegas is a resilient city, a microcosm of a resilient nation.
A security guard who had no legal
While we grieve as a
information
community,
in the system.
We will use that energy to
And
learn as much as we
appointed by
can
the
about this horrible
CEO
crime
of MGM,
so that we may
Grand,
prevent another
appointed
one from
and
happening.
stuck in the system
I thank you.
days before the shooting.
Thank you, Aaron.
Then there was a
So before we close out
fake
today,
news
I
article
want
that
to
said
provide
that
you
they
another written
arrested
narrative. I want to read
as
verbatim
a second shooter.
in support. In other words, bring a better light to what's occurred and the carnage that is associated with our community.
Okay, I'm gonna
There's some
pause.
bright spots,
Bunch of talking.
and I don't want any victims.
You notice how these
They ran out of tourniquets and
officers,
began
none of
using
them
anything they could find to stop the bleeding,
were
to include their own
supposed
hollow devices they use during
on the
normal
32nd
course
floor with
of their
the
duties.
shots were being fired. None of them looking
These
up.
officers
They're all
calmly
looking
took
terrible.
care
They're
of the
all looking
wounded
at
and the
point
dying
her
as they
gun
wait
up.
for medical transport. At times, placing the critical
this been a
victims on the
drone
backs of trucks
testing?
so they can get them to
Weapons
the
testing?
hospital quickly.
There's
Not all
an
the
Area
victims made it out
51 airport
as the night
base
wore on.
hangar,
Those
caddy
same
corner
officers were assigned to guard the
from
deceased
the Mandalay
victims,
Bay.
not allowing any of them to be
A
left
lot of
alone.
videos are surfacing that this could have been a drone
So
attack.
the
or
undersheriff and
test.
myself, Kevin McMahill, took it upon ourselves to go out and visit some of my officers yesterday.
Pause the video.
On his couch was a very intensive wound to his leg. During the melee and his attempt to evacuate victims, he sustained a broken leg. But he remained on scene and provided security for the medical personnel.
Take your time, preacher. Take your time.
So at this point, I want to thank the community. I want to thank you for letting me be your sheriff in Vegas Strong. Thank you.
That's the sheriff, Joe Lombardo.
Well,
He's updating
still
the
hadn't
report
answered
on
the
Las
question.
Vegas
Where's the security
West
guard
Coast
at?
Investigation, attempting to clarify the
missing.
sequence of events, what happened and when. He was extremely
Bullshit.
emotional at the end, talking about the bravery of some of the members of the police force that worked
Worst
for him.
botch
Chief Correspondent
job
Jonathan
ever.
Hunt is live in Los
Okay,
Angeles.
that's enough of
excuse me.
that crap.
You were listening to that, Jonathan. You've been covering the story from the beginning.
Wait,
What was your
what do
biggest
you gotta
takeaway?
say?
Yeah.
Well, the takeaway we were all looking for was the timeline. There has been some confusion over the reporting of the sheriff and other officials on exactly what happened and when it happened. Remember, there was this discrepancy up until today with the sheriff saying that the security guard, Jesus Campos,
He's missing.
was shot at 9:59 p.m. and then Stephen Paddock opened fire on the crowd at 10:05. That obviously left a 6-minute gap with everybody wondering what on earth were hotel security officials doing during that time. Why were they not calling 911?
Trying to get their script together.
etc.? Well, now the sheriff has changed that timeline a little bit.
So how can we
and
take
come
any of this
back on
credible?
the side of MGM Resorts, which owns the Mandalay Bay Hotel, which is of course where the shooting
Bunch of
took place. He
bullshit.
says the 9:59 p.m. moment is still important, but instead of saying that's when the security guard was shot, he is now saying that is when the security guard first encountered the barricaded hallway door. On
If y'all listen to the police audio, me and my wife have listened to it. There is a section in that police audio on the scanner where the guy says the shots are coming from the middle of the Mandalay Bay. Halfway up, there is a male voice dispatcher that says, "Send in the active shooter." Look at them windows up there. Okay, not that one, but the Mandalay Bay. We got to get back to that. I might have to do another video. Where there's a guy on the phone and there's cops on the bridge, they show the corner of that Mandalay perfect. There are no windows blown out of it. None. And it's fully lit up. So, I don't know. Was this real? I don't know. Did people die? Seemed like it, but I don't know. It's just, some of this just seems so phony. Some of it seems real, some of it don't. There's more videos out now that said this possibly could have been drone testing. They're firing weapons. They got drones out there. They may have been testing on these people. Just terrible. Terrible. People got in the cab with the cab driver. They kept changing their story. Sounding, oh yeah, 2 weeks before that, y'all need to look that up again. Crowds on Demand put an ad in the Vegas Craigslist section. They were hiring crowd actors. It's on the web right now. All you gotta do is Google it, and you click on images, and you'll see multiple images of the ad where Crowds on Demand were looking for people to hire 2 weeks before that, before this event happened. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of mischievous stuff going on. And they said that they could have had the multiple shooters up in these two towers in the field, because I believe they had to be closer on the ground in order to be shooting. Look at them surveillance cameras right there. Still haven't released it. Well, due to investigation, we can't. Okay, I understand that. But if they never come out with them, y'all know Stephen Paddock wasn't in that room. He wasn't even in the building. And then they got a video out there surfacing of him at the New Jersey Atlantic Casino on the 6th with his girl. The dude looked just like him to me. So, I don't know. This is all a bunch of screwball stuff. Peace.